Gentlemen, and welcome to the Lamb Weston AAA East Basketball Tournament from our Daywald Gymnasium in Richland. It's a loser-out affair today as the Richland Bombers meet the Pasco Bulldogs. The winner is guaranteed absolutely nothing. And the loser, of course, is eliminated from the tournament. The Bulldogs defeated last night in the winner's bracket by Kamiakin 55-42, while Richland came from behind to beat Meade 70-67 and eliminate the Panthers from the tournament. Frank Murray along with Don Manili. And, Coach, you've got the situation. Richland coming in on a high note after the win. Pasco coming in really on a low note after a loss.
Yeah, it really has. You know, Pasco-Richland games have historically been super big games, and this game just doesn't get any bigger. One of these has an opportunity to go on and play for the state berth, and the other one's out. Both these teams are kind of coming in psychologically different. Richland rebounding from their first-round loss, playing a super game last night against Meade. Struggled a little bit early, came on, really played tough down the stretch. I think they're entering this game with a lot of confidence and kind of a quiet confidence type of intensity. Pasco, on the other hand, has got to regroup again. Came off a real bad loss last night against Kamiakin, where they really struggled in the fourth quarter, weren't able to create any kind of an offense. But they've been there before. They've had their share of losses before, and they've been able to bounce back. And tonight's going to be this afternoon's a great test of their character and what they're made of. Should be a great game.
Actually, Pasco matches up much better against this team than they do against Kamiakin. Both games have been close that they've played. Richland won them both, 71-65, way back in December. And then about a month ago, Richland won right here, and they had to get a last-second shot from Schultz to do it. Doug Schultz finished it off, 56-54, as the Bombers won too. We'll be back to talk more about this game and the rest of the tournament. First, we take this 2-minute timeout from the Lamb Weston Regional in Richland.
Here's a great...
Okay, the winner of this game will meet the winner of the Lewis and Clark and Rogers game, which is taking place at the same time over in Pasco. And as we mentioned, the two teams have played two close games, but you know, for the Bulldogs to get off, they've got to find some offense somewhere. That fourth quarter was really crucial for them, nailed them.
Yeah, you're exactly right. As you mentioned in the last game when Pasco played Richland, Godfrey Davis was a tremendous factor in the second half. In the first half, he struggled, unable to be able to score against Schultz. Second half, Coach Guajardo stayed with his game plan, kept pounding inside to him. Godfrey responded, had a super second half, and was instrumental. If they can get Godfrey Davis to be able to score inside, what it causes the defense to have to double team down and frees up some shooters on the outside for some shots. Last night against Kamiakin didn't have to double down on anybody. They were allowed Carlisle to play him head up. Consequently, the guards really struggled to get any kind of clear free shot. Godfrey Davis' impact inside is going to be a real key for him tonight. If it doesn't happen, then they got to go to some kind of outside shooting and really have to fill it up from the outside. And last night they showed they weren't able to do that.
The Bulldogs have been able, for the most part, to contain Neil Robertson. He got 15 in the first game against him, and he got only 11 in the second game, and they have used Kelly Heron on him for the most part. But as we saw last night, you can contain him, and then all of a sudden he just breaks loose like he did in that fourth quarter.
Yeah, exactly right. And I think the three-point shooting in Richland, the interesting part about it is that when you think of three-point shooting, you're always thinking of Robertson, but they have so many weapons that they can come in from the three-point line. Last night, Eric Buck just came in and gave him a tremendous lift. Damian Ash has the potential to hit that three-point shot. John Spohr is a good three-point shooter, so three points are a big part of their game. Everybody looks to Robertson to be able to do it, but when he's not able to hit that, those other guards, when they step up and hit that shot, really makes them tough.
This is the first of 4 games this afternoon and tonight on KONA. Coming up at 3:55, the Kamiakin girls take on the Meade Panther girls in the regional title game. That'll be followed at 5:55 by the Eisenhower Kamiakin boys game. That'll be for the boys title. And then at 9:30 tonight, the winner of this game will meet the winner of Lewis and Clark and Rogers for the final seed into the state tournament. So we might mention that the girls' game here was won by Shadle Park. They came from behind to beat Central Valley 63-55. They made 13 straight shots from the third and fourth quarters. I shouldn't say they made 13 of 14. They missed a half-court shot at the end of the third quarter. Was their only miss in that. Talented team. Central Valley did a great job. They had them on the ropes. They led by as many as 9. In fact, they led by 9 at halftime. But Shadle's talent took over in the second half. And now the Highlanders will meet Ferris. 63-51 over Wenatchee for the final berth. So we do know that the Greater Spokane League is going to get 2 berths out of the girls, and the Big 9 will get 1. We still don't know, of course, how many the Big 9 and GSO will get in boys. We know the Big 9 will get at least 2 and possibly could sweep, and that was considered a possibility coming in here, Don.
Yeah, very much so, and congratulations to John Felton and the Eisenhower Cadets. Just a super job, really getting it together at the end of the year, having a great win against Kennewick, coming from behind, and then getting a win at Meade. Boy, last night they were really impressive. They did not look like a 6th-place team out of the league. They played with a lot of polish and a lot of confidence, and they would look very good last night.
Well, we saw them beat Kamiakin earlier, and I wouldn't put it past them tonight.
No, exactly right. Malcolm Stewart's playing really well inside, and offensively they got a lot of weapons right now, and I think they believe they can beat Kamiakin tonight, and I expect a really good basketball game.
Their shooters are really coming to life, too, from the outside.
Yeah, they've got tremendous guard play. They're really getting in there. They're bringing kids off the bench that can score, and they're handling pressure. They're handling all kinds of different types of defenses, and just playing extremely good basketball.
That's coming up at 6 tonight. Okay, we'll take a 2-minute timeout, and then we'll be back at Art Daywall Gymnasium. We're still getting ready for Richland and Pasco, round 3, after this 2-minute timeout from the Lamb Weston Regional in Richland. Different game, a different opponent tonight, and Don, although Pasco won't have to contend with the size of Kamiakin, they will have to contend with Richland's quickness and the full court pressure, which they didn't have to contend with last night.
Yeah, that's exactly right. It's going to be a little different type of game for them. They're going to have to deal with a tremendous amount of pressure in the half court and a tremendous amount of defensive quickness that Richland possesses. I think one of the things that Pasco's got to be able to do tonight is they've got to be able to shoot the ball a lot better from the outside. You look at the stats, you see that Nate Collins never even scored for him last night. He started for him, just struggled from the outside, and Kelly Herron's really struggled a little bit with his shot. And in defense of Kelly Herron a little bit, people need to understand that not only is he playing point guard for Pasco, which requires a lot of energy, last night he drew the starting defensive assignment of guarding Glenn McLeod. And doing that much focus of defensive and being able to get your team into offense really doesn't allow you to dial in on your shot a whole lot. However, I think that if he can find his range, and if he can get some of those shots down, I think it can give Pasco a big lift. Someone from their guards has got to be able to consistently shoot the ball. Last night, Michael Fielding showed signs of doing that and kept him in the game. In the fourth quarter, they didn't have anybody.
The last time the two teams met was right here on this court. Godfrey Davis had a big game. He had 18 points. He was a force inside. Nate Collins led a Bulldog comeback that saw them come from 14 down in the second half to actually take the lead, but they missed some key free throws down the stretch. And that could be crucial, Don, because Pasco only shoots 59% from the line. Richland shoots 74%. You want to talk about free throws, Mike O'Hara wants to forget what happened last night. He blamed the officials for a good portion of that loss. He felt his kids were getting as hacked inside, particularly Godfrey Davis, as was Kamiakin at the other end. They actually, though, losing by 13, had 3 more field goals than Kamiakin did, but the free throws were 34-4, and he was a hot coach after that game.
Yeah, I'm sure there was an obvious disparity in the fouls called, and there was a lot of Godfrey Davis did go inside and attack Carlisle a lot last night, and there was a little bit of contact going on, and I'm sure there might be some room for maybe recognizing there were some fouls there. But at the same token, a lot of Pasco shots came from the perimeter, and a lot of Kamiakin shots came from the inside, and also they came on penetration. One of the things Pasco doesn't do a lot of is penetrating the basketball, and when you don't penetrate the ball, you don't have a tendency to draw a lot of fouls. The fouls are either then going to come off the block inside, and they didn't get much of that, and went away from that almost exclusively when Godfrey wasn't in there.
And of course, a lot of their lack of quickness is their lack of penetration is because they lack quickness.
Yeah, exactly right. Being how they're not quick, they're forced to create shots off screens and things like that. They definitely need a good start tonight to emotionally convince themselves that they can play with this Bomber team coming off Richland's win.
Okay. Here, let's take a look at the starting lineups now. First for the Bombers, as they're actually the visiting team here today. Although they're sitting on the home side. They're sitting on the home side, but they are the visiting team. The guards are Mark Bone, a 5'11 senior, averaging 2.6 per game. Neil Robertson, the 5'8 junior, averaging 16.3. And Damian Ashe, a 6'1 senior, averaging 9.1. Up front, they have Doug Schultz. Schultz is 6'5 senior. He's averaging 16.3. And Jeff Cahill, 6'1 senior, averaging 5.8. Coached by Phil Neal, who is in his 14th season.
Final at Pasco. Final score at Pasco for Steve.
Well, we got the 63 to 50. Ferris. Okay, and now the starting lineups for the Pasco Bulldogs and their head coach Mike Guajardo in his 13th season. Starting at the guards are Michael Fielding, a 6'1 junior. Fielding averaging 7.7 per game. Kelly Heron, a 6'3 junior. Heron is averaging 7.8. Trent 80, a 6'5 junior, averaging 8.2. Lucas Thornton, a 6'1 senior, averaging 5.9. And Godfrey Davis, a 6'8 senior, averaging 11.0. And so Trent 80, who's been sick with the flu, played sparingly last night, didn't play at all on Tuesday. He's a key man for Pasco.
Yeah, I really think he is a key, particularly offensively, because he has a lot of offensive ability. And they need to get him the ball in spots where he can utilize his outside. He's got a tremendous, nice shot from 15, 18 feet, and also can take people off the dribble. So they need to try and create situations where he can utilize his talent.
Okay. So we've had the starting lineups, and we'll be set for the opening tip-off. Pasco and Richland from the Lamb Western Regional in Richland after this 30-second timeout.
Gas heat in your future? The future is...
Okay, we're back. The lineups have been introduced. Pasco in the white uniforms trimmed in purple. Richland in the bomber green with the gold swirl of their visiting uniforms in their home gym tonight, this afternoon. Actually, the first time I've been in here for a game when the sun is actually coming through up in the rafters there.
Yeah, it looks like it used to be in the old summer league time.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. The officials, Jim Riley out of Yakima, Rod Dickerson out of Spokane, and we're just about set to go as the two teams ready to take the floor, and here we go. Loser out, winner guaranteed nothing but another game tonight. And it'll be Doug Schultz jumping against Trent 80, I would assume. Yes, that's the case. Both about 6'5". Everybody getting set around the lane, the handshakes. Jim Riley, who unless you know it's Jim Riley, won't recognize him because he's got the shaved head. Okay, he'll throw it up. 80 against Schultz, the tip. Schultz gets it to Ashe, drives down for a lay and blocked by Heron, taken away by Davis. Pasco ball. Heron up the right side, into the right corner, goes to 80. Doesn't take the shot, moves on in, lays it up and in.
Super job by 80. That's what he needs to get out of the block.
No Pasco press as Neil Robertson brings it up, and he's picked up by Heron. Pass to the wing left side goes to Schultz. Picked up out there by Davis. Now to Cahill. Cahill lobs it underneath. It's knocked loose, stolen by the Bulldogs. Heron. Kelly out of the backcourt. It's Heron by Bone. Pull-up jumper from 16. Off, no good. Tipped around. It's loose underneath. Schultz grabbed it for Richland. Not a good shot. That did barely almost wedged in between the backboard and the rim. Robertson out of the backcourt. He bounces a pass to Bone on the wing left side, picked up by Fielding. He goes by him, and he's going to get a hand check foul called on Michael Fielding.
Boy, Pasco coming out, really trying to play some tenacious defense of their own. A lot of ball pressure on the ball right there by Fielding.
Okay, Robertson to do the inbounding right in front of the Pasco bench at side court. 2-0 Bulldogs. Robertson inbounds at Cahill, top of the circle. Takes the shot, goes to the drive, one dribble, then off to Bone on the right wing. Looks for Robertson, got him out on top, got an open three, good. Richland takes the lead, 3-2. Ball got away underneath. The official retrieves it. Here's the full court pressure. Heron trying to get it in, and he didn't make it. 5-second count. Good pressure by the Bombers.
That's that Bomber defensive trademark special.
Okay. Bomber crowd right behind us on this side of the floor. Rather unusual for the students, but that's the way they set up. Robertson outside. He got inside Fielding, then dish to Cahill. Pasco zoned on the out-of-bounds play. Cahill got called for a walk. 3-2 Richland. Again, Pasco will try and inbound it as the teams trade turnovers here. Heron having trouble. Gets it into Thorne. He's double teamed. Bounces a pass to Davis. Godfrey takes it across the 10-second line. 2-on-1. All the way for the lay-in, and he blew it. Cahill gets the rebound. He clears it to Robertson out of the backcourt. Neil Robertson down the right side. Schultz fakes the shot. Get inside. Godfrey put it up and no good. It was partially checked. Cahill got it and makes the lay-in. 5-2 Richland. Again, Heron having trouble getting it inbounds. Brings it into 80. Now back to Heron and back under his own basket. Goes behind his back twice to get into the forecourt. Ash picks him up and he fouls Heron.
Boy, they're really calling that hand check foul outside. They did it once on Richland and once on Pasco.
Michael Hardo drilled that, claimed it was a point of emphasis this year. He drilled it into him, the officials, in the first game of the year. There was 31 fouls called in the first half of that game. Right wing, it comes to Trent 80. 80 going baseline against Cahill. Horses it up, blocked, and we've got a held ball called, and it's out to Pasco on the alternating possession.
That's a good job by 80, still forcing the action to the basket. I hope he continues to do that.
Heron inbound it. He's got a big advantage, does 80 on Cahill. And it comes to Thorne. Looking low. 2 on Godfrey. Let's see if they switch back. Cahill's on Godfrey right now. Cross court to Fielding. Fielding driving against Robertson. Puts it up over him. It's no good. Thorne tip, no good. Ash got it for Richland. 5-2 Richland. Here they come. Ash out of the backcourt. Pulls for a quick three. It's off the rim. No good. The rebound. Heron for Pasco. Kelly Heron will bring it up court now. It's 5:41 to go in the first quarter. Richland by 3. Thorne, wing right side, got Godfrey at the high post on top to 80, reverses it left side to Heron, picked up and loaded Godfrey. Out to Fielding, got Ash off his feet, moves in for an 18-footer and misses, and he got a fouled by Damian Ash, and that's a quick 2 on Ash.
Pasco doing a nice job executing tonight, setting good solid screens.
That brings Eric Buck off the bench, and Ash goes out, and Fielding will go to the line for 2.
Well, Richland's back on their customary end of the court, but they're still in away uniform.
So Michael Fielding, who actually had a couple of key three-pointers last night, his first free throw's no good, and actually put Pasco in front the only time they were ahead in the third quarter. This is the first free throw, and the Bulldogs have been stuck on 2 since the opening moments. The second shot is good. 5-3 Bombers. Here's Bone bringing it up. Bone, Cahill, Buck, Schultz, and Robertson. Here's Bone, the dribble left of the lane. Looks for Robertson. Pops out to the corner. Gets it, but Heron's there. Can't get it up over him. Now to Buck on the wing. Low it goes to Schultz. Works on Godfrey. Horses it in, and he got fouled.
A super post move by Doug Schultz inside. Taking it right at Godfrey. Drawing the foul in the bucket.
First foul on Davis. 7-3. In favor of Richland, and Doug Schultz at the line as he converts his first field goal tonight, this afternoon. Shot on the way, and it's no good, but Buck got no. It was tipped out by Pasco. Trent 80 tipped the ball out of bounds. Robertson Lindland along the baseline. 7-3, the Bombers lead. And they line up 4 corners around the paint. Robertson finally lobs it in out on the wing to Schultz. Pasco zoning. Buck between the circles. Now to Robertson. Now high post to Schultz. Schultz moving inside. Put it up over Godfrey and no good, but they're going to call a foul again on Godfrey Davis.
Yeah, that was kind of a touch foul, but looked like he might have got him a little bit on the arm.
So with his second foul, Davis will come out of the game now, and in to replace him goes Matt Fine, a 6'4 junior. So here's Schultz back on the line for 2. 58% free throw shooter on the season. His team leading by 4, and he hit. It's 8-3. Richland on an 8-1 run here.
Yeah, this next possession for Pasco is going to be real crucial. They need to come down and execute and get a good shot.
Without Godfrey Davis in there, 80's really the only inside threat they have to score. Schultz hits the second, and it's 9-3, and here comes the full court pressure. Heron gets it into Thorne, hands it right back to Kelly Heron. And the 6'3 junior, they'll bring it out of the backcourt. Bone right with him, though. Comes to Thorne out on the perimeter. Left wing, it goes to 80. Now to Fielding, can't get the shot off. Bone's there, cross court to Thorne. Thorne holds it over his head to Heron on top. Now inside to Fine. He can't handle it. It's stolen away by Buck. Ahead to Bone, up the right side to Cahill. Cahill looks, finds Buck outside, swings it left side. Robertson takes the 18-footer. Good.
Boy, Robertson picking right up where he left off last night.
Pasco needs a timeout, I think. It's 11-3. They're not going to take one. 4.5 minutes to go. Richland on an 11-1 run. We're in the first quarter. Thorne has it down court. Thorne out on top to 80. 80's got Heron now on the right wing. Now to Fielding, and now to Fine. Schultz is on 80 down low. They don't give it to him. Out on top it comes to Thorne. Thorne. Well, you nearly had to have it stripped loose, but Fine picked it up. Back to Thorne now. 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. 11-3 Richland. High post, it goes to Fine. Fine turns. Passes back door to Heron. Too far under the chute. Out to 80. 80 cross courts to Fielding. Fielding driving the ball. This gets all jammed up there. Thorne gets it. Low post to Fine, and he gets called for a walk.
A tremendous defense by Richland. And Pasco just unsure of who's going to generate a shot down there.
And the Bulldogs are going to get Brian Holtgren into the game now. And he's going to check in for Thorne. So they have Holtgren, Fine, and 80 up front. Fielding and Heron in the backcourt. Richland has Cahill and Schultz up front. Buck, Bone, and Robertson in the backcourt. Robertson to the wing right. It goes to Eric Buck. 3:38 to go in the first. Richland by 8. In it goes to Schultz. Wants to work on 80, but he gives it up to Buck, or to Bone. Now to Robertson, nearly had it picked. He was picked by Heron, but it ends up in the hands of Bone, who lays it in. They did everything right but pick up the ball. And Bone was right there. It makes it 13-3. Timeout, Bulldogs. We'll take a 30-second break. 3:16 to go in the first, and the score, Richland 13, Pasco 3. Well, as we predicted, if Pasco doesn't score inside, there's just not much left outside.
Yeah, exactly right. With Godfrey Davis not being in there, and they really have no inside threat. They tried to run a couple specials to create some double screens and things. Richland switched off of them in their man-to-man and really denied anything off of that. And right now they're really out of sync. They've got to find some kind of offensive continuity or some kind of play that'll generate them some points.
Okay, Bulldogs following the timeout. We have 3:16 to go in the first quarter. Richland is on a 13-1 run. Fielding gets it into Holtgren. The score is 13-3. Fielding into the forecourt now. Same lineup. No lineup changes for either team. Fine has it high post behind him to Holtgren. Guarded by Buck. Takes him into the paint for a 15-footer. That's no good, but he got his own rebound as it trickled out near the foul line. Then dishes to Fine, corner to Heron. He has an open three-pointer, in and out. Rebound, Holtgren comes up firing. Partially checked by Schultz. Brought down by 80. He puts it up, no good, but he's fouled by Schultz.
Yeah, Pasco got a couple nice looks at the bucket that time. Heron, wide open three out there, just was unable to hit it. Good offensive rebounding.
Nothing falling for him, but Richland had the same problem yesterday. You got to fight through these things.
That's exactly right. You got to make it happen defensively. When offense is struggling, you got to maintain that defensive consistency and hang in there.
So 80 to the line with 2 free throws. First one is no good. And Pasco is not a team that scores in the 70s usually, so their defense needs to keep the score low. 80 hits the second free throw. 13-4 Richland. Pasco still with only 1 field goal in the game. 2:48 to go in the first quarter, and they throw up a little full court zone pressure. Little trap out front, Robertson. They were quite successful in this 1-2-2 last night against Kamiakin at times. No, they're maybe back. Now there's underneath Cahill. He's got to lay it and score. Cahill snuck inside that time. 15-4 Richland. Heron out of the backcourt. Driving to the foul line. Got steered off. Gives it to 80 and now to Fielding. Wing left side. Low post to Fine. Turns. Finds 80 at the foul line. Whips a pass underneath to Fine. Reverse lay-in. Nice job.
Yeah, pretty shot.
15-6 Richland. And Pasco goes into this three-quarter court press. Richland gets it to Cahill. Now back to Buck. 2 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Richland by 9. Eric Buck. High post to Schultz. Turns against the zone. Takes to a dribble. Had it stripped away by 80, but picked up by Bone. Into the corner for the free. Robertson off the rim. And it's tipped out by 80, but Robertson going to grab it at midcourt. Richland retains possession. Neil Robertson to Bone on the right wing. Pasco stays with his zone. Buck fakes the three. Lets a man fly by. Shoots and hits from 15.
Yeah, Richland getting good shots against Pasco's matchup zone right now.
Lots of subs coming in at the next dead ball. Fielding in backcourt gets it to Heron. 17-6 Richland. 1:20 to go in the first quarter. Heron driving baseline. Gets shut off. Gets double teamed. Feeds Fine for a jump pass to 80, who puts it up, and he's fouled by Schultz. Not a good foul. That's 2 on Schultz.
Yeah, penetration that time by Kelly Heron drew the double team, allowed him to find somebody open. They may have to just start going to creating a space for someone to penetrate the ball.
John Spohr comes in for Richland, replacing Bone. Pasco inserts Nate Collins, Chad Sugden, and they're going to insert Ryan Tippett following his Trent 80's free throws. And Schultz goes out with the 2 fouls. And Coleman goes in. Schultz, I'll tell you, he doesn't hide anything. His emotions are out there.
Yeah.
Here's 80 with the first of 2, and it is good.
Yeah, Schultz lets you know exactly what he's thinking the whole time. All you got to do is look at his face. He wears everything right there.
17-7 Bombers. Another one coming for 80. The left-handed junior up and rolled it in. So Tippett in and 80 out, and so they got Fine and Holtgren up front, 6'4" each. Tippett at 6'1", Sugden at 5'10", and Collins at 6'1". And they're going into a full court zone press right now. Buck handling it, gets it to Robertson. Back to Buck. And he globs it in the forecourt to Andrew Coleman. 1:06 to go. Pasco hard on the pressure. Out on top it comes to Buck. And Eric around the right side of the defense to the pass to Spohr. And we're going to get a foul for overguarding on Nate Collins. Pasco's 4th team foul.
Pasco doesn't have a starter in the game right now. Second unit has a lot of offensive ability, too. They have a lot of confidence in themselves. They may give them a spark.
Both Holtgren and Collins can shoot the 3, and Sugden occasionally. All right, Bombers inbound out on top to Cahill. They lead 17-8 with less than a minute to go first quarter. Cahill has Pasco staying with the trapping zone. And the pass comes to the wing to John Spohr. He got inside the zone, then dished to Robertson for the 3. Off the rim, no good. But the rebound, Cahill. Out to Buck. He jacks a tray. That's an air ball. Comes off on the other side to Collins. Collins out of the backcourt for the Bulldogs. 17-8, half a minute left. Tippett into the corner. Goes Holtgren. He pops the 3. That's off the rim. Fine battles for the ball. Tipped it to Collins. Had it wrestled away by Robertson. It's out of bounds to Pasco.
Yeah, Pasco's able to get a few more offensive rebounds with Schultz not in the game right now.
Well, they seem like they're settling the game down a little better than they were in the first 4 minutes. In it comes to Collins. Picked up by Robertson. Drives the ball to the baseline. He pushed off. Gets an offensive foul. That's a good call.
Yeah, he lowered his shoulder into him and then kind of pushed off with his elbow a little bit.
18 seconds to go. The Bombers will get the last shot here. Should they be able to control the ball here. Buck to inbound to the backcourt, comes into Robertson, tries to split the double team and gets fouled on by Sugden. And that's team foul number 6 on the Bulldogs. After this, Richland will be shooting.
Yeah, Coach Fajardo recognizing he's struggling offensively. He's gone to some half-court traps and some full-court presses to try and create a turnover or change the momentum.
So Buck in the backcourt, inbound. His pass inside was deflected, stolen by Collins. He feeds Tippett. He shoots, and it won't count. There was a foul prior to that with 14 seconds left, and the foul is going to go on Buck. That's the 15th foul.
Yeah, they got the turnover now. It'd be nice if they could create some productive shot off of this, get some points there before the end of the quarter.
Collins to inbound. Richland hard man pressure on the inbounds play. Bulldogs get it into Sugden, one into the backcourt, and it's taken by Spohr, but he knocked it out of bounds at the Pasco bench. I think if he let Sugden touch it, it would have been over and back.
Yeah, I agree. He hit it in back court, front court. Would have been over and back.
10 seconds to go. Pasco inbound in front of their own bench in backcourt. Sugden inbounds to Tippett. Tippett with the dribble, nearly lost it. He's fouled by Robertson. That's his first, the 16th foul on Richland now. 7 seconds in the quarter. And near the same spot, Sugden will inbound again. Okay, here it comes in. Into the backcourt, it goes to Fine, back to Sugden. He's at midcourt at 5. Oh, he carried the ball. They didn't call it. Fakes, got a man off his feet, got a good 3, and hit it! At the buzzer. That's the end of the first quarter. Let's take a 60-second break after 1. Richland 17, Pasco 11. Here we go. Start the second quarter. Bomber ball. Spohr. Schultz is back in there. Ash is too. Cahill and Robertson. Pasco in that trapping zone. Cahill down the middle, and he got fouled, and it's going to be on Sugden, who just picked up his second and will put Richland into the bonus.
Yeah, it's interesting to see Neal come back with Schultz here. I thought maybe he might leave him out for a while and protect that lead, but I think he wants to try and get a lead, build that lead, and maybe take him out at the end of the quarter if he can go this much without a foul.
He's got 2. Here's Cahill to the line for 1 and 1. 59% free throw shooter on the year. Hit 3 of 6 last night in the win. And he misses this one in and out. And the rebound, Holtgren. He grabs it, and he clears it to Fine. And here come the Bulldogs. Holtgren, Fine, Sugden, Tippett, and Collins. As Don said, not a starter on the floor for Pasco. Sugden driving the wing, got it to a Fine right elbow. Looks and passes underneath. Collins for the lay-in, no good, and he's fouled. And the foul's on Damian Ash, and he has 3.
That boy Pasco's bench is really coming in here, giving them a lift. They're playing well together.
They're now starting to look for the cutters underneath a lot more.
Yeah, they really are. They have a little bit more overall team quickness with this group.
So Nate Collins will go to the line for 2 as Buck comes in to replace Ash, who has the 3rd foul with 7:31 to go in the second quarter. So here's Nate at the line. Did not score last night. Hits the first one. Had 11 points, I think it was, the other night against Lewis and Clark in that win. Has another one coming. Collins 61% on the year from the line. He hits. And that 11-point lead has suddenly melted to 4 for the Bombers. It's 17-13. Pass in the backcourt, and it's knocked out by a hustling Brian Holtgren. Pasco stealing a little momentum back here.
Yeah, really, very much so. This press by Pasco is really being effective so far.
Buck halfway up the sideline, gets it into to Spoor. And Spoor brings it across the 10-second line, and they come to double him. He splits it with a pass to Buck underneath the Schultz, goes up in the paint, puts it up and in, and he got fouled.
That was excellent execution by Richland. Pasco went to the quick trap as soon as they crossed half court. They got the ball to the high post to Schultz. He took it right to the basket.
So Schultz with a chance to complete the 3-point play as Richland, which had been stuck on 17, the Bulldogs had run off 7 straight. Now back to scoring again. They lead at 19-13 as Schultz to the line with the free throw here. There's the big bend to the knees, and the shot by Doug. It's off the rim, and the rebound cleared by Fine for Pasco. Bulldogs into the front court. Sugden, they come to trap him. They goes down to Collins. Low post to Fine. He turns. As Richland's now gone to his own cross-court pass by Fine. Intercepted by Spoor. Fast break 2-on-1. Bounce pass to Buck. Lays it in.
Pretty fast break.
21-13 in favor of the Bombers with 7 minutes to go in the half now. Into the front court as Richland in the trapping zone, much like Pasco. Sugden a quick 3. Air ball. Cahill got the rebound. Gives it to Robertson. Robertson spins away from Sugden. Takes it into the forecourt. Low post to Cahill. Into the lane. He's got Schultz who works in, puts it up and in.
Boy, great ball movement by the Bombers that time against the zone.
Just like that, 3 straight hoops. They're back up by 10, 23-13. Collins not across yet. Passes forward to Tippett against the pressure. Cross court to Collins. Puts it in the corner to Sugden. Sugden dribbles the ball out on top. Collins, a long-range 3. It's in and out. The rebound taken down by Cahill for the Bombers to Spoor. Spoor. All of a sudden, Pasco's reverted back to a lot of 3-point shooting. A lot of short-time possession. Schultz has it at the high post. He shoots from there. He is off the rim. No good. The rebound, Spoor. It goes to the floor. Good job as he falls down to get it out for Robertson. 3 off the rim. Rebound, Schultz has it. He gets an offensive foul as he barrels into Fine, and that's 3 on Schultz. I thought it was a pretty good call. What did you think?
Yeah, it was a real hectic flurry. It was nothing intentional on Schultz's part. But when he turned to pivot, he ran right into Fine and really made contact initiated by Schultz. It was a good call.
5:55 remaining in the half. Richland by 10, but Schultz and Ash now on the bench with 3 fouls, and Pasco brings the well-rested starters back in the game. Thorne, Fielding, Heron, Godfrey Davis, and 80. Bombers leading it 23-13. Heron out of the backcourt. Richland stays with the trapping zone. High post to 80. Cross court to Fielding. He would have had the 3, but he mishandled it. Had to go pick it up. Gets a return pass. Goes low to Godfrey. Working on Cahill. He shoots. It's no good. The rebound by Cahill. Pasco just not getting a lot of second shots. Robertson out of the backcourt. Right wing to Spoor. He's going baseline. Pulls up cross court corner. Buck for 3. Good.
Oh, pretty stroke by Eric Buck.
26-13 in favor of Richland. Heron out of the backcourt. Cross-court pass, left corner fielding. Fakes the three, off the dribble, can't shoot, double team. Passes cross-court to Heron, right corner to Thorne. They trap him there. He dribbled by it and got fouled by Andrew Coleman. Coleman is in there for Schultz, who has those 3 fouls.
In the last game with Richland Pasco, it was when Richland went to the zone when Schultz was in foul trouble. That was the point when Pasco got back into the game by hitting some threes. They need to do that now.
Mike Guajardo chatting with Godfrey Davis right in front of us. He's got to get a little more active there for the Bulldogs. Thorne to the line, and he's shooting 1 and 1. The shot is up. It is in and out. The rebound cleared by Coleman. Richland scored 9 straight, and they got the ball back again. Spoor into the forecourt, into the corner to Robertson. Robertson on the drive, then dishes back out to Spoor, takes the drive into the paint himself and scoops it up, and it's no good. Godfrey Davis the rebound, had Fielding ahead of the pack, but he was trying to control the ball. It is up court to Fielding now in the corner. Now to 80. He goes into the paint, dishes the Fielding corner for a triple. Good. So Fielding gets his first field goal of the game. It's 26-16 Richland with 4:40 remaining until halftime. Out on top as Pasco's back in man-to-man now. Buck on the drive, and Thorne fouled him. He's maybe too quick. I know he shows that 3, and you got to come up on him.
Yeah, that's one of the things that they were able to do in the zone was take away a lot of Richland's penetration. Now Pasco goes back into the man. They're going to look to take the ball in the gap. Both teams in the bonus. Advantage Richland on the quickness.
7 points in the game for Buck. He averages 6 off the bench. His first free throw of the game, shooting at 74%, and he misses. And the rebound wrestled away by Cahill, and he makes the lay-in. He just outfought Godfrey Davis for the ball.
Unbelievable rebound.
28-16 Richland. Heron out of the backcourt. Bombers still in that zone. Cross-court pass to Fielding in the left corner. Out on top to Heron now. Heron around a pick from 80. He shoots a 3 straight away. That's missed. No good. Thorne kept it alive, though. Good job, and Fielding grabbed it. Back to Lucas in the corner. They got to get the ball inside either 80 or Davis. They're missing a golden opportunity with Schultz out of the game. Now goes to 80, who drives, puts it up, and gets fouled by Coleman. That's what they got to do.
Exactly right. That's the same set they were in their last game when they were successful. 1-3-1, 80 at the high post, Godfrey at the block. With Schultz out of the game, they've got to double team Godfrey down low.
3:58 left in the half. 28-16 Richland. And trying to 80 to the line for 2 free throws. Trent with 5 points in the game. This one is up. It is good. 28-17.
This is definitely the point in the game where Pasco's got to make a run.
3:58 left in the first half. 82nd shot. It's no good. And the rebound foul coming up. No, we got a lane violation on the Bombers. So Trent 80 with another one coming. 6'5", left-handed junior. By the way, this is a real young Pasco team. Only 2 seniors on the team that play at all. Rebound, no good in the missed shot, and Godfrey. No, we're going to get a foul on Richland. I think it's going to be on Cahill. Boy, Phil Neal doesn't like this one. He's just staring at Rod Dickerson, the official.
Yeah, it was kind of a high rebound and enabled Godfrey Davis to use his height to be able to go up and get it. Cahill tried to kind of move under him a little bit. Definitely a foul.
So 80 comes out. He's been real weak. He's been suffering all week long from the flu. So here's Godfrey Davis at the line. He has not scored in the game. 1 and 1, and the shot is good. 28-18 Bombers.
And Pasco's done a good job of scoring. Now they need to make some defensive stops on Richland.
Godfrey's second shot. Good. 28-19 in favor of the Bombers. Pasco picking up. Fielding picks 4 up in the backcourt. In there with Cahill and Robertson and Buck. Coleman and Cahill. Cahill's got it. At 18 feet away, doesn't shoot. Out to Robertson, picked up by Heron. Now to Eric Buck out into the center circle. 3:40 in the half. Richland by 9. Buck left wing to Spoor, looking low. Got it to Coleman. Pump fakes inside Godfrey for the layup.
Super move by the sophomore, taking it right at Godfrey Davis.
30-19 Bombers. Heron out of the backcourt. Against the zone, he cross-courts at the fielding. Can't get the shot over Spoor. Brings it back out to Heron. He shoots a three straight away, and it's off the back rim. No good. The rebound by Eric Buck of Richland. Clears it to Cahill as he was falling down, and the Bombers have it. 3:10 to go in the half. They lead by 11. Collins going to check back in for the Bulldogs. Robertson out between the circles to Spoor. And Spoor dribbles the ball to the wing. Fielding on him there. The crowd thought Fielding was hand-checking. Here's Robertson on the drive. Inside Heron. Lays it up, and it won't go. Davis with the rebound for Pasco. Clears it to Heron. Long lead down court to Thorne underneath for a lay-in. Good. Oh, great pass by Kelly Heron.
Great fast break by Pasco.
30-21 Richland. 2:40 to go in the half. Robertson out of backcourt. Robertson looks, gives it to Spoor on a bounce pass in the wing. Tries to drive, cut off by Fielding. Still got the dribble going, though. Brings it out front to Robertson. Robertson now to Cahill on the left wing. Cahill takes it into the paint against Holtgren. It doesn't go. It wouldn't have counted. Holtgren blocked him before that.
The ability to put the ball on the floor with some quickness and take it in the gap and draw the foul is just a tremendous offensive threat. Richland's been able to do that all game so far.
Here comes Collins and Tippett into the game for Pasco as Holtgren will go out and Heron go out. So here's Cahill, 0 for 1 from the line. The Bombers really have not converted well at all from the line. They're only 2 of 6. Pasco, on the other hand, the team that shoots a lesser free throw percentage has. They've made 8 out of 11. Ken Cahill misses this, and Godfrey Davis gets the rebound. And they're only down 9, 2:20 to go in the third. Fielding into the forecourt. Mike Fajardo didn't think they were in the offense they should be in. Tip it out front to Collins. Thorne wasn't in the right spot. Now he comes to the high post. Backdoor cut Fielding and he gets an offensive foul as he runs over Cahill. Fielding with his second foul.
Coach Fajardo not happy with his club right there. They weren't in the correct alignment. I think most of the kids thought Richland was a man, but they were still in that matchup zone they've been running.
2:03 to go in the second quarter. Richland 30, Pasco 21. Early report, LC was leading Rogers 13-10. The winner of this game meets the winner of that for the right to go to state. Spoor into the forecourt. Robertson fighting through a stack, comes through the wing, but the pass goes the other way to Cahill. He wants to take Lucas one-on-one, backs away with it, though. Thorne right up in his face. 5-second count is on. Got the pass outside. Overshot Spoor. Robertson retrieves it at midcourt. Trying to spin away from Tippett. Pasco applying heavy man pressure here. Pass to the wing. There goes Cahill baseline. Puts it up over Godfrey. Stopped and fouled by Godfrey Davis. He's really frustrated. He just picked up his third foul with 1:36 left in the second.
That's the second time Cahill's taking the ball in the gap. That time Godfrey came over to meet him. Looks like he got a lot of ball, but there was a lot of contact on it.
30-21 is the score. And it's been on 30-21 here for a couple of minutes, it seems like. So Cahill, who still has not converted at the line, he's missed the open end of 2 1-and-1s, has 6 points in the game. Here gets the 2 free throws and hits the first.
And Pasco unable to cut into this Richland lead with Schultz being on the bench.
This is a big factor in the game, too, because the lead was 10 when Schultz went out, and it is now 11 as Cahill converts with 1:36 remaining, 32-21. Collins bringing to the forecourt, up to Fielding. Richland staying in the zone. Nate out front with it, goes left wing to Fielding. Now underneath it goes to Thorne. He couldn't handle it. He saved it, and Spoor stole it for Richland. Up the left side, it goes to Eric Buck. Now to Cahill, going down the lane, then twisting and getting it off to Coleman, who lays it up in the end.
Coleman came in there really quite well offensively for Richland.
34-21 in favor of the Bombers. 1:05 to go in the half. Tippett has it against the zone. Tippett on the wing, out to Collins. Collins off the pick, shoots a pass into the corner for a Fielding 3. In and out. The rebound, Thorne had it. He lost it off a Buck, and it's going to go out to Pasco.
Boy, Lucas Thorne has really played a good ball game defensively and inside for Pasco. Always there on the rebounds, hustling really hard.
Husky kid, but he's only 6'1". Collins to inbound. Out it comes Fielding on the wing, steps around Spoor, shoots a nice pass to Thorne for a lay-in, and it didn't go. He got it back, laid it up, and that went. Actually, a great defensive play by Coleman to come over there and force the miss there. 34-23 Bombers, 40 seconds to go in the half. Spoor out of the backcourt now. Spoor brings it out on top to Buck. Buck to Coleman out on the right wing. They may be freezing for one shot here. We're down to 25 seconds remaining in the half. And that's exactly what they're doing. Coleman to Buck out of the center circle. He looks at the clock. Finds Spoor coming to get the pass out front with 16 seconds to go in the second quarter. All right. Spoor just holding the ball. Pasco backing off down to 10 seconds now. Spoor has 5 seconds. Finds Buck. He has the open three. Going to be short. It's an air ball as time runs out in the first half. We'll take a 2-minute timeout. Be back with John Crawford, who's putting together all the stats here at the Lamb Western Regional after we take this 2-minute timeout with a score at halftime. It is Richland 34, Pasco 23. We're at halftime. Richland leading 34-23. Here's the first half numbers. Pasco led by Trent, 86 points. 4 for Lucas Thorne, 3 for Chad Sugden, 4 for Michael Fielding, 2 for Matt Fine, 2 for Godfrey Davis, and 2 for Nate Collins. Richland, 8 each for Doug Schultz and Jeff Cahill, 7 for Eric Buck, 5 for Neil Robertson, 4 for Andrew Coleman, and 2 for Mark Bone. Shooting, Richland red hot, 14 of 25 for 56%. Pasco 6 of 20 for 30%. From the two-point range, the Bombers hit 70%. They were 12 out of 17. Back with a second half tip-off after the 60-second timeout. It's Richland 34, Pasco 23. Pasco, not unrealistically, but kind of unbelievably, actually stayed in the game with the free throw line with 9 of 13, with the Bombers at only 4 of 9. Big key here the first couple of minutes. Schultz coming back for Richland, Don.
Yeah, very much so. Pasco's got to get back in the game. They tried to do it that last 4 minutes when Schultz was out of there. Richland just continued to execute at the offensive end. Pasco threw man-to-man, matchup, zone, press, everything at him. Richland was able to execute and continue to get quality shots and shoot it tremendous. Pasco's guards only 2 out of 10 in the first half.
That's Bulldog lineup: Fielding, Thorne, Heron, Davis, and 80. Pasco has it. Ash, Spoor, Robertson, Schultz, and Cahill for the Bombers. Thorne hands the ball out front to Heron, who calls out the offense. Comes to the hash mark left to Fielding, guarded by Robertson. High post to Godfrey Davis, who backs away with the dribble. Now he holds it over his head. Inside to 80, working, going to horse it up, and it rolled off. No good. Tipped in by Godfrey Davis.
Looks like the game plan is to post 80 up on Cahill and get him the ball.
They did. They brought Godfrey out to the high post. That left 80 all by himself on Cahill. He had a 4-inch height advantage. 34-25, Richland by 9. Here's Spoor having trouble. 5-second count on it. Ripped away. Now to Ash. He passed cross court. He misses a 3. The rebound fought for. Fielding gets it for Pasco. Clears it to midcourt to Heron. Heron a little late to get it to Thorne underneath. He drives baseline. Got shut off. Looped it back out on top to Thorne. On Fielding a 3. Good.
Wow, bang, bang. That's what Pasco needs.
That cuts the gap to 6 with a minute gone in the third quarter. Spoor across the 10-second line. John Spoor, Fielding giving him plenty of room. Schultz down low. Go to the corner with it to Robertson, who drives in. Fakes, got Heron off his feet. 12-footer off the rim short. But the rebound, Cahill. And as he slipped to the floor, he got it out front to Spoor. Man, oh man. Everything he does is hard. Ash gets it in the corner as Spoor fell down. Cross court to Robertson, drives, can't shoot over Heron. Out to Spoor. He got Fielding off his feet, takes it for a 10-footer and missed it off the back rim. Heron lost it to Cahill. We're going to get a foul, and the Bombers were pushing. I saw some Pasco player just go flying in there on the rebound, and the foul is on Spoor.
Yeah, Cahill grimacing a little bit in pain. Looks like he hurt that hip when he went down on the floor.
How does he not? He's always on the floor.
Yeah, he's a tough kid. I don't think it's going to bother him a whole lot.
In it comes. The Bulldogs gets full court pressure. Thorne to bring it across the 10-second line. Does so. Ash giving him a little bit of room. Right wing it goes to Heron. Looking low to Davis. Finds 80 underneath. Slipped through his hands, but Thorne was there to pick it off in the corner. Thorne drives in the paint. Dishes outside. Heron a 3. In and out. He has not been able to connect. And the Bombers clear it. Schultz has it. Heron has been shut out. Out of the backcourt with it now comes John Spoor. 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. Richland leads 34-28. Spoor left wing Schultz. Does he shoot over Godfrey? Yes. And hit. Doug Schultz with 10 points, 36-28. First points of the period for Richland. Heron out of backcourt up the left side in front of his own bench. Low post to 80. He turns on Cahill, flips it back in the corner to Thorne. Thorne dribbles out to the wing, looking for the entry pass, and he gets it in. No, Cahill knocked it away and stole it. Out of the backcourt, 3-on-2, bounce pass, Spoor for the lay-in, good.
Boy, tremendous defensive play by Cahill.
They're back up by 10 of the Bombers. Pasco inbounding against full court pressure again. Here's Thorne bringing it up. 5:15 remaining in the third. 38-28 Bombers. Thorne to the wing right side. It goes to Fielding. Underneath to Godfrey Davis. Turns, horses it up. No good. Got his own rebound along the baseline. Can't penetrate the baseline. Backs up for a 17-footer, and it's off the back rim, and the rebound down to Schultz. And Schultz clears it to Robertson. Neal out of the backcourt. 4:50 to go. We're in the third quarter. Richland leads by 10. Schultz on the baseline. Horses it up. Knocked away by 80. It's loose on the floor. Thorne's after it. We get a held ball, and it's out to Richland on the alternating possession.
And Pasco's trying to go inside and attack Schultz and draw that fourth foul on him. Cahill's been doing a good job of coming over and double teaming and forcing Godfrey to take a real difficult shot.
80 gets a breather. Fine comes in to replace him for Pasco. Spore to inbound. Tandem guards out at the foul line. Robertson and Bone is in there now. Underneath the Cahill for a lay, and he snuck inside Fielding. And suddenly Richland scores 6 straight. It's 40-28. They're back up by 12. Fine throws it right to Cahill. Here the Bombers again threatening to break it open. Robertson a 3. That's way offline. Hit only the backboard, and it came down to Thorne. Lucas out of the backcourt up the right side. Thorne out on top to Fielding. Robertson's on Fielding. Michael to the high post to Fox. Nearly threw it away again. Got it back to Fielding for a 3, and he hits again. Michael Fielding with his third tray of the game. That cuts the lead back to 9, 40-31. 4 minutes to go. We're in the third quarter. Richland leads. Corner to Schultz. Shoots over Davis. Good again. Oh, wow.
Yeah, the Richland game plan appears to get the ball to Schultz on the perimeter and beat Godfrey off the dribble or shoot it.
11-point lead. Inbounds against the pressure. It comes to Fielding. Michael going to drive it. No, he gives it back to Heron. 10-second count is on. He beats it into the forecourt. And still got the dribble going baseline. Shoots it to Fine. Wanted to shoot. Stepped inside. Schultz. Left-handed lay-in won't go. The rebound Cahill. Did everything right but finish. You got to be tough enough to finish. Robertson out of the backcourt. Picked up by Heron. Left wing it goes to Spore. Off the dribble, he backs away. He got inside. Fielding dumps a pass to Bone, who goes baseline, shoots it across the key to Cahill. Schultz for the lay-in. Oh, what a great play.
Great ball mover by the Bombers.
They're back up by 13 again. 44-31, 3:10 to go in the third. Heron out of backcourt. Collins and Tippett set to check back in for Pasco. High post to Fine. Doesn't give it to Godfrey. Now he lobs it into him. He works on Schultz, puts it up over him, and it's no good. And the rebound by the Bombers is Spore. Brings it into the forecourt. 2:50 remaining in the third. They're ready to break this thing wide open here. Here's Spore trying to penetrate. Then he dishes to Bone. Got around Thorne on the baseline. Put it up. No good. It was partially checked. Bone got it back, though. Out to Schultz. He's open from 17. Swish again.
Boy, he's got his stroke working. That was a pretty shot.
Timeout, Pasco. The lead has gone from 6 to 15 as Schultz is connected on 4 straight field goals here in the third quarter. And we take a 30-second break with the score. Richland 46, Pasco 31. Okay, 2:34 left in the third, and Richland got a wake-up call in the first 2 minutes there when Pasco snuck back into it, Don.
Yeah, real critical time right now for Pasco. They're looking at that scoreboard down by 15. They know they can't afford to get down too much further to Richland. They're not a real good come-from-behind team. It's a real emotional character gut check for them right now.
Okay, Pasco has Sugden, Heron, Collins, Holmgren, and Tippett. The Bombers have Ash, Bone, Buck, Cahill, and Schultz. So the first rest of the game for Neil Robertson. All right, Heron to inbound to the backcourt. Wants to get it to Collins, has to get it into Holmgren instead. Gives it back to Kelly. Up the right side, he flies in the front court with a dribble. Heron out on top. It comes to Sugden. 2:24 in the third quarter. Bombers leading by 15. Collins driving off a pick from Holmgren. Good switch by Schultz out on him. Now Kelly Heron a long three. Overshot the rim, hit only the backboard, but it comes out front and Collins grabs it from Pasco. Collins, high post to Holmgren. Turns, backs away with the dribble. Holmgren looks for help now as he's used it up. Gives to Sugden, driving around to pick on the right side. Sugden driving by Bone on the baseline, lost it out of bounds.
Boy, just tremendous defense by Richland. Just pressure on every pass and on every dribble.
Okay. Eric Buck in there with Bone and Ash at the guards. Brings it in the forecourt. 1:47 to go in the third. Buck down the lane. Great play. Lays it up, and it won't go, but he's fouled.
Richland's in one of those zones right now where they're just playing great basketball at both ends of the court.
I was just going to say, Buck's really another testimony to these role players. He's been on the varsity since a sophomore. Didn't get to start this year, but I'll tell you, he's become a key part of their team here in the last third or half of the season. Eric at the line for two, and the first one's on the way. It's good. He has 8 points. And Richland threatening to put this one away right now. Pasco cut it to 34-28. It's now 47-31. Buck hits them both. 48-31. Inbounds in the backcourt to Holtgren. Holtgren passes ahead to Sugden up the left side. Sugden drives and dishes. He made a bad pass. Stolen by Buck. And then Ash just gets absolutely hammered by Holtgren.
And a little frustration by Pasco right now. They just can't find anything to make it work. Richland just playing extremely well.
In the backcourt, Pasco going to apply some full court pressure here. Heron on Ash. Damien with the dribble, got it out of the backcourt. We'll get a hand-checking foul going to be called on Heron. Second team foul on the Bulldogs. At last report at halftime, Lewis and Clark was leading Rogers 41-29. As a matter of fact, when that score was announced, there was some applause that went up from some Bomber fans as if we don't want to play that Rogers team again. Here's Schultz going baseline, and he's fouled by Holtgren. Well, he shows it all. He showed the outside shot today, tough inside, and can make the quick move to the hoop.
It really has. Coach Neal's made the game plan change to put him on the outside, get him the ball, clear out, let him either shoot it or take it off the dribble. He's an extremely talented basketball player.
Here comes Fielding in for Holtgren. Holtgren now has 4 fouls. 4 on the Bulldogs into Schultz. Great check from behind by Tippett, taken away by Fielding. Fielding out of the backcourt. Fielding to Heron. Going to pop a 3. Can he hit one? No, it's off the rim. But nice job by Fielding to get the rebound and put it up. He's going to get called for a walk.
Boy, Kelly Heron's had some great looks at the basket. He just can't get the ball close to it.
He has not scored this afternoon. Ash bringing it out of backcourt. Damien Ash nearly had a pick by Fielding. Oh, he stepped on the line. They didn't call over and back. Buck took Schultz. Schultz working on Heron. Can't get around him. Kelly up tight. He's going to get a foul for overguarding with a hand check.
Show you the kind of defensive intensity, and Kelly Heron has now drawn this defensive assignment of guarding Schultz.
Ash to inbound. Brings it out on top to Bone. To Buck. Low post pass knocked loose by Heron, but it's picked up by Bone in the lane, and he lays it up and in. The Bombers have blown it wide open here in this third quarter. It's 50-31. We have 40 seconds remaining. Right wing to Fielding. Fielding, lob low to Heron. Tipped away by Bone and out of bounds.
Well, this has just been all Richland in this third quarter. Great defense, tremendous offensive execution.
And Pasco's gone to 5 guards, and it still has not mattered. They do not have a quickness advantage at all. Heron out front. He's guarded by Schultz now. He's the tallest Bulldog on the court. Out to Fielding with 25 seconds left. And Pasco not looking for one shot. They're down 19. Low post pass knocked loose by Cahill. And it's going to be tipped up, and nearly one in the basket was stolen by Bone finally. And we're going to get Bone called for double dribble. 16 seconds left. Pasco gets the ball. Heron inbound from underneath. 16 seconds remaining. Out on top to Fielding. A long 3 over Ash. No good. Tippett tips no good. Rebound loose with 10 seconds out of bounds to Pasco.
Boy, Pasco's getting some second shots with this guard lineup that they've had in here.
It's amazing. Heron to inbound. He comes in underneath for a lay, and good by Collins. 50-33. Ash better hurry. Shoots at 65 feet off the backboard at the buzzer. The end of 3. We take a 60-second break. It's Richland 50, Pasco 33. Here we go to the the fourth quarter, and John, it's not a moot point, but Pasco needs some points quickly.
Yeah, they've got that 5-guard lineup back in there trying to generate something.
Fielding out on top, gives it to Collins, low post to Tippett. He works inside. Nice feed to Heron for the lay-in. Kelly's first bucket of the game. 50-35. Into the front court comes Robertson. They were pressing, but Sugden did not guard Robertson. He didn't have any trouble bringing it up. Buck low to Schultz, working on Heron. He horses it up, blocked, partially blocked. Schultz wanted a foul. And Heron up court, passes underneath to Tippett, lost the handle, grabbed it back, fakes, puts it up, in, and he's fouled. So here comes Pasco's run, and the foul is on Damien Ash, his fourth.
Well, Pasco's getting better post play out of their guards
than their big people. No, the foul is not on Ash. It's on Bone.
Well, this is that point in the game, that fourth quarter, where Richland has that lead, where they've had trouble in past games, being able to maintain that lead, maintain their focus and concentration.
I'll get it right yet. The foul was on Robertson. That's the third try, and that's right. That's his second. So Tippett with a free throw coming, and it's on the way, and he hit it, and Pasco cuts the lead to 12. All right, inbounding Buck against full court pressure, gets it into Ash against Fielding, got in front of him, takes it into the forecourt, pass underneath, knocked loose by Sugden. Robertson grabbed it in the corner. Robertson brings it out front, got inside Sugden for a 15-footer, short-armed it, no good. Rebound, though, by Buck, and he's fouled. No, he stepped on the line. He's out of bounds. It's a Pasco.
Well, Richland can't be shooting a quick shot right now. They've got to execute their offense, make 3 or 4 passes, and get the ball inside.
They lead 50-38. They were leading by 19 a minute ago. And we still have 7:10 to play as Tippett brings it in the front court. Pasco with that 5-guard lineup. Tippett, Collins, Heron, Sugden, and Fielding. Collins driving, dishing. Nice pass to Tippett. Underneath again. Stripped loose and fouled. It's either going to be on Buck or Cahill. I think it's going to be on Eric Buck, but it's only the third team foul on Richland.
Boy, Tippett really looking good inside in there, causing them problems.
Phil's seen enough of this. He doesn't want any Pasco comeback or heroics here in the late game. He takes a timeout right now, and we'll take a 30-second break. 7 minutes and a second to go, and the Bulldogs haven't quit. It's Richland 50, Pasco 40. All right, 7:01 to go. Pasco is within 12 and has the ball. Out of bounds underneath. Collins gets it into Heron. Richland now's gone back to zone. I don't know if it was just for that out-of-bounds play. Collins corner, a 3, short off the rim. Ash gets the rebound. Ash out of the backcourt, racing in for the hole. Puts it up on the move. It does not go, and the rebound by Tippett. Again, Richland not holding things up. They go right at the basket. Here's Ash deflecting a pass out of bounds. That's what Doug Schultz just told Ash. He said, pull it out when you get down there. Collins out front, gives the ball to Fielding. Still 50-38 Richland. 6:35 to go. Heron, corner to Sugden. Pops a 3. Short. Rebound underneath. Tippett had it, lost it. It's loose on the floor. Heron down there grabbing for it. And we're going to get a held ball eventually. And it's out to Richland on the alternating possession as John Spohr is going to check in and Ash will go out.
Yeah, I don't think Coach Neal agreed with that early shot either.
Pasco putting up full court pressure. 50-38 Bombers. 6:26 to go. Eric Buck to inbound to the backcourt. He gets it into Spohr. And Spohr with Tippett. John across the 10-second line. Wheels to the right of the lane with the dribble going. Picks it up, looks low to Schultz. Got it into him now, and he's fouled by Heron.
Yeah, they got the mismatch inside there with Heron guarding Schultz. They just need to have some patience and get the ball to the block. That's what you need to do in fourth quarter situations, is stay away from the outside shot, but get the ball inside. You're either going to get a good shot or going to get fouled.
6 fouls on the Bulldogs. Spohr to inbound, got it right into Schultz, forces it up and in and got fouled. Nice play. Pasco had nobody really. They kind of parted the sea there for him almost.
Yeah, it's almost like they inbounded the ball before they were aware that it was actually in play.
4 on Heron now. As Schultz now has 18 points in the game. That's his first hoop here in the fourth quarter. And they'll go to the line with a free throw. He's hit 2 of 4 from the line. 52-38 Richland. 6:14 remaining in the game. So Doug Schultz, the MVP of the Big 9 Conference, shooting the free throw good. 53-38 in favor of the Bombers. Out of backcourt, Collins. Collins trapped right in front of us and throws it out of bounds.
Richland tried to attack a little bit defensively on their own. They went to their half-court trap.
And it surprised Collins when he got across midcourt. Bomber ball with 6:06 to go, and they withstood this latest Pasco rush. Robertson out of the backcourt. Gives it to the Eric Buck, top of the circle. Low to Cahill, and he's fouled by Fielding. So Cahill go to the line for 1 and 1.
Boy, Cahill, just a tremendous high school basketball player for understanding his role and just maximizing his potential.
Bill Neal's been a head coach for 14, assistant coach for numerous other years. He says Cahill's the best garbage player he's ever had.
Yeah, he's going to be a tremendous asset when Park and Rec comes around in about 4 years.
He misses a free throw, and the rebound by Pasco's Kelly Herron. Herron up the left side in front. Oh, great play by Buck to knock it away, and it was stolen by Cahill. To Schultz, he lost it. Collins grabbed it for Pasco. He's in traffic, swinging the elbows, and he's going to get called for swinging the elbows. The Bulldogs thought he was getting just absolutely destroyed, and Jim Riley didn't see it that way.
Definitely some contact with the elbow. Coach Fajardo trying to claim that there was some contact before that necessitated him to do that.
All right, Robertson gets the inbounds pass, 53-38 Richland. Cahill gets fouled by Fielding. He'll go to the line, and Fielding has his 4th foul. This is about Pasco's only chance at this point. Although there's 5:40 to go. Cahill's the guy you'd want to put on the line, shooting 59%. He has 10 points in the game, which is about nearly double his average. And Kevin Culp, a 3-point specialist, going to come in, and Collins will go out. Kevin Culp, a 5'10" senior. First of the 1 and 1 bounces off, no good by Cahill, and Herron clears it. The Bulldogs have been stuck on 38 for a while. Pass inside to Tippett, fakes. Once the horses up, got Schultz in the air, but he missed the shot. Schultz gets the rebound for Richland. 5:25 to go. Robertson out of the backcourt. Neal wants Buck in the corner. He's got him there. Culp out on him. Low to Cahill. They double team Cahill. Splits it and passes out in the left corner. All alone for a 3 is Spohr. It's off the back rim. And the rebound tipped away by Sugden and out of bounds. Oh, what a great try at the save by Tippett. It's out to the Bombers.
Boy, Tippett is really playing hard for this unit.
He really is, and he has really done some great faking on the offensive end and put up some good shots inside. Into Schultz for a quick 10-footer good. Schultz having a big game, 21 points. Richland by 17 again. 55-38. Sugden down court to Kevin Culp. Drives, can't shoot. Double team. Richland in the zone. Sugden cross-court Fielding. He pops the 3. He hits again.
Boy, Fielding's been a good offensive threat for him here in the second half.
He's got 4 threes in the ball game and 13 points. The lead is still 14 for Richland. 4:40 to go in the game. Spohr going baseline all the way to the hole and dishes out to Buck, to Robertson. Now back to Spohr on the wing. And the Bombers going to chew up a little clock here. Out to Buck. Buck to Schultz between the circles. 4:27 remaining. Now to Robertson. And to Spohr. And the Bulldog 5 in there now are getting a little winded as they've had to play some hard defense. Thorne going to come back in at the next dead ball. Cahill out front with a count on him, so he goes to the dribble, picks it up. I find Spohr. 4:08 remaining in the game. Richland looks like it's going to live to play another game. Pasco will probably end the season regarding a miracle here for the Bulldogs, who trail by 14. And Richland freezing it away, looking for a lay-in. Out front Robertson, and he's hacked by Sugden.
Excellent job by Richland right there. They've got 5 really good people that can handle the ball. Schultz at 6'4", 6'5", can go out on the perimeter and handle the ball against pressure. Did a nice job.
Here comes Tippett out of the game, and he is absolutely drained. And he gets a nice hand from the Pasco crowd.
Yeah, one of the things that does, too, is forces the other team to exert so much energy defensively that they don't have anything left offensively when they come down.
Here's Robertson to the line, 1-and-1 on the way, and it is no good. And the rebound by Lucas Thorne. Thorne to Herron. Into the corner goes Culp. Fires an 18-footer, and he hits. Kevin Culp got it. 55-43. And in the backcourt, Robertson just getting manhandled. They call a foul on Sugden. It's going to be 1-and-1. 55-43, so the Bulldogs have cut it to 12 again, but there's only 3:35 remaining, and again, they fouled the wrong man, although Robertson missed there a moment ago. He doesn't miss many.
Yeah, Pasco's definitely going to see if they can make their free throws. They're going to press them and foul them and if they can't get the steal.
Richland has missed the open end of 3 1-and-1s in this fourth quarter. Robertson misses again, and Thorne rebounds. 3:33 to go. Bounce pass up the left side to Sugden. Back outside to Kevin Culp. Fielding wants it. He's got it. A free check by Schultz. And we're going to get a held ball on the rebound between Cahill and Thorne. I'll tell you, Fielding should have got that ball to count earlier, but Schultz came out of nowhere.
Yeah, he really did. The ball was a little late getting there. Didn't have quite enough zip on it. If they'd have got it to him a little crisper, he would have been able to get it off.
It was 2 feet out of the hands of the shooter when Schultz got it. High post, it goes to Thorne. Fakes. Crossover step. Lays it up, and it won't go. Schultz gets the rebound for the Bombers. 3:18 to play, and they lead by 12. Eric Buck fights his way into the forecourt against Culp. Out front with the dribble going, and Culp's called for the foul.
Yeah, Pasco's trying to disrupt them, trying to get them to get rattled and turn the ball over or throw it away with a lot of pressure. Richland maintaining their poise, keeping the dribble, and drawing the foul.
So Buck, who's 2 out of 3 from the line, has 9 points. Goes to the line with a bonus here with 3:11 to go. It's on the way, and it is no good. That's 5 straight 1-and-1s. The Bombers have missed the open end, but they got a break here as Aaron knocked the ball out of bounds on the rebound. Pasco's had the chances here, Don. They just have not been able to gain any ground, and Richland's been opening the door. Spoor out on top to Cahill. 3:07 to go. Richland 55, Pasco 43. Robertson turns around, nobody there. Didn't want to take the shot. Out front to Spoor. Fielding on him. Of course, he's got 4. He's their best 3-point shooter tonight, this afternoon. Schultz to Buck. Got to foul somebody. Spoor, 2:51 to go. There's a steal by Sugden, but Robertson got it back. Robertson comes to the wing to Schultz as Richland really spreading it out now. Passing game offense and a foul on Culp. And he's really the guy that's got to do most of the fouling. Everybody else has got about 4 fouls.
Boy, Richland's got to make some free throws.
74% as a team on the season. That's incredible. Here in the fourth quarter, they're 1 out of 6, and 1 out of 6, and they missed the front end of 5 straight 1-and-1s. Buck will try it one more time and miss. And the rebound, Spoor! One more offensive rebound after another. The Bombers opening the door, and Pasco can't get a foot in it. 2:30 to go. Richland still by 12. Here comes Culp to foul Buck again. And he does. So Buck will go back there again. Would you believe it? The front end of 6 1-and-1s Richland has missed.
Everybody's talking to Eric Buck right now, all trying to give him their little pep talk. Buck's trying to go, and I can't believe I can't make this thing.
But he's going, it doesn't matter. You'll get the rebound.
That's it.
Okay, 2:26 remaining, still 55-43. And here's Buck again, and this one is good.
All Richland kids come up and smile to him.
Well, Pasco had its opportunities, but you're going to play with the snake's head long enough, he's going to bite you. And finally, Buck put the free throw down, and now 2, and that might just seal Pasco's fate for sure. 57-43. Sugden out of the backcourt. To the right wing it goes to Heron. Shoots off the dribble for 3, and it's off the rim, no good. Hits over the backboard against the support, and it's out of bounds to Richland.
Yeah, this unit has expended a lot of energy in this quarter, and their gas tank's just about empty.
And it comes to Robertson. Robertson ahead to Buck. Buck to Schultz, just holds the ball, gives it back out to Robertson. 2:05 remaining. Robertson spinning away from Sugden, still keeps the dribble going, gives the ball back to Buck. We're under 2 minutes in the game, and Culp fouls Buck one more time. 11 fouls against the Bulldogs in this fourth quarter, and of course they've been trying to foul.
Yeah, Pasco really has no other choice. Richland just has too many ball handlers. They can't create the turnover. Their only choice is to foul and put them on the free throw line.
Buck with 1-and-1. The shot, good. 58-43 Richland. 1:58 to go in the game. Some of the Bulldog faithful heading for the exits now. Second shot, good. So Sugden brings it up, down 16 with 1:55 to go. Dishes to Lucas Thorne. Now Culp, a real long three, and short off the rim. Fielding fights for the rebound, but Schultz knocked it away to Buck. Ahead to Robertson. He's all the way ahead of the pack, and he lays it in. 61-43 with the exclamation point. Thorne out of backcourt to Culp. Now the Fielding, nearly got fouled. He drives the ball, shoots over Schultz and misses from 12. Thorne gets the rebound. He's going to horse it up. Nice move, and he makes the lay-in for Lucas Thorne. 61-45. This will be the last game for Thorne. As for Kevin Culp and a couple other Bulldogs seniors, Sugden steals the ball, makes a reverse lay-in. He's another Pasco senior that will leave, and we get a timeout. Bulldogs down 14 with a minute 11 to go, and we'll take a 30-second break with the score. Richland 61, Pasco 47. Okay, we're still waiting to get an update on that LC Rogers game. Nothing new, huh, Roger?
At the end of three quarters, it was Lewis and Clark 51, Rogers 43.
Okay, so that's still in the balance, but this one is not. A minute 11 to go, and Richland's leading by 14. You know, last year at this time, Pasco lost to Wenatchee in the last game to go to state. They were very disconsolate. They'd beaten Wenatchee in the district. I asked Mike Guajardo, you know, afterwards, what do you do? You're feeling so down. He says, I went home and went and saw Schindler's List and didn't feel so bad after that.
There you go.
1:10 remaining, and a foul on Sugden. So
we have an update, Frank. 2.5 minutes now. It's 59-55, so getting closer.
Wow.
I'm sure this is a point in the game where Coach Neal would like to be able to take his starters out and rest them. He recognizes he's going to have to play another game here at 9:30 tonight, but you also know you don't want to do anything that's going to cause Pasco to maybe get on some kind of rolls. I'm sure his assistant coaches are all telling him, take him out, take him out. In the back of his mind, he's thinking, I got to make sure it's absolutely a lock.
Aaron Watson, a 5'8" junior, comes in to replace Sugden, playing his last game, just fouled out. Buck misses the 1-and-1. Heron out of backcourt. Drives the ball left of the lane into the corner to Culp. Kevin fires the three. Off the rim, no good. The rebound by Robertson. Less than a minute to go now. Richland leading by 14 and another Pasco foul. So Richland, we don't know they're going to play yet. 59-55 as Rogers is closing in with 2.5 minutes to play. I would think Richland would want to play Rogers, but you never know. Robertson with 1-and-1. He's uncharacteristically missed his only 2 free throws. First one up by Robertson. It is no good. He's missed 0 for 3. Front end of every 1-and-1. Heron cleared it. Down court to Culp. To Fielding. Fielding driving, penetrating all the way for the lay, and he missed it. And the rebound to Neil Robertson. He clears it to Buck. Buck ducks away, passes to Schultz. 40 seconds in the game. Richland will play at 9:30 tonight as 4 is hammered by Lucas Thorne.
Well, it looks like Richland has done it. They got shocked by Rogers in that first round loss. They had a tough round. They come back, win a tremendous basketball game against Meade, come back and beat a big rival in Pasco, and now they set up the opportunity for them to get to that state tournament, which is one of their big goals, obviously, all year.
Spohr with 1-and-1, no good. He misses. Well, they can work on some free throws between now and 9:30. Culp shoots a long three, and it's no good for Pasco. And the rebound by Spohr. 28 seconds to go, and they foul Robertson, and Culp fouls out. Kevin Culp fouling out. He's a senior. Got all 5 fouls in his 4th quarter. So Nate Collins comes in to replace him. 27 seconds to go. 61-47 Richland.
Well, Pasco tried everything they could have tonight. They tried presses. They tried half-court traps. They tried about every offensive set they could come up with. They just couldn't find any way to crack this tenacious Bomber defense.
Robertson hits the first of a 1-and-1 this time. Our next broadcast coming up at 3:55 this afternoon when the Kamaikan girls meet Meade for the Lamb Weston title. Robertson hit them both. Pasco inbounds. Collins in the backcourt to Heron. Heron driving the ball. Move it went, and he got fouled. Young Pasco team, though, Don. They lose Big Godfrey and Lucas Thorne, but a lot of talent coming back.
Yeah, a lot of talent coming back, and also a very talented JV team. They're going to have a very bright future in their program for next year.
They lost only 2 junior varsity games, only 1 league junior varsity game this year. Aaron to the line now, a chance to complete the three-point play, and he does not do it. And the rebound is by Buck. Buck is fouled by Thorne with 18 seconds remaining in the contest. And, of course, at 6 o'clock tonight, we'll have the call between the Eisenhower Cadets and the Kamiakin Braves for the boys' Lamb Weston title. So the Bulldogs will end the season at 14-11. Richland will go to 21-4. Buck set on the line, and the shot is good. Eric Buck, 14 points in the game for the Bombers. Check that with what he's done this year so far. As he makes the second, he's got 15. And this may be a career high. I think it is a career high for Eric Buck. He had 14 against Meade. Here's the shot up by Collins, no good. The rebound with 10 seconds, Robertson, and they foul him.
Coach Neal electing to stay with his starters, just keep them in there. Pretty much felt like they deserved to win the game. And
do you wonder about this, though? They got another game at 9:30 tonight.
Yeah, I really do. And this is a point in the game where someone can get hurt, too. You know, the other team's trying to foul you, and they're really frustrated. And this is the time when the kids can get accidentally hurt.
Robertson, the first one, hits this. 66-49 Bombers. They trailed 2-0, and that was the last time they trailed. Shot, good. Into Lucas Thorne. Across the timeline, he shoots a three. He banked it in with 3 seconds to go in his final game as a Bulldog, and it's all level. And the Richland Bombers have defeated the Pasco Bulldogs. And we'll be back to wrap it up after the 60-second timeout. The final score is Richland 67, Pasco 52.
Well, it's tied in the other game, 61-59. Lewis and Clark leading and holding the basketball about.
Okay, back we are, Frank Murray and Don Manili. As we take a look at the final numbers, Pasco is led by the 13 points of Michael Fielding, 9 for Lucas Thorne, 6 for Trent 80, 5 for Chad Sugden, 4 each for Nate Collins, Kelly Herron, and Godfrey Davis, 2 for Kevin Culp, and 2 for Matt Fine. Doug Schultz led Richland. He had 21 points tonight, 15 points for Eric Buck, 10 for Jeff Cahill. Cahill with 10 points, 11 rebounds, and 4 assists. Neil Robertson Neil Robertson with 11, and 4 points for Mark Bone, 4 for Andrew Coleman. And Damian Ash and John Sport played, but did not score. So the Bombers move on to 9:30 tonight, Don, and I think they're going to be tough to beat for either Rogers or Lewis and Clark.
Yeah, I really believe so. Richland just put on a tremendous display this afternoon. They executed extremely well on offense, and the constant denominator was their defense was always there. Doug Schultz, tremendous second half performance. They came out. Pasco never quit. They threw everything in the book at them. They put man, zone, presses, traps. Coach Guajardo went through his whole book to try and find some way to disrupt Richland. It just wasn't going to be. Richland's playing extremely well right now, and it's going to take a great team to beat them tonight, I think, particularly on their home floor.
Okay, that's going to wrap it up for us, and we'll be back at 3:55 for the call of the Girls Championship here at the Lamb Weston Regional in Richland as the Meade Panthers take on the Kamiakin Braves. For Don Manili, Frank Murray reporting. Once again, the final score, Richland 67, Pasco 52.
And Wildwood at Pasco High is going to overtime as the Rogers Pirates have come roaring back in the fourth quarter. It's all tied at 61 at the end of regulation.